I'm 14 and I've always been unsure about ghosts, but the last couple of weeks I'm beginning to believe they are real. I moved into my new home with my mom, dad, sister, and three brothers about 2 years ago. The house was brand new and is in a fairly big street, so there are lots of people. The land before wasn't anything abnormal, such as a graveyard. When I first moved in, everything was fine. Nothing out of the ordinary happened, but a couple weeks ago I got up during the night to go use the toilet. As I walked along, I looked down the stairs when I saw a black figure standing there. I continued on and went into the toilet. I was quite paranoid at this point. When I was going back to bed, I looked down the stairs again and nothing was there. I thought it was just tiredness, so I went back to bed and went to sleep. It stopped after that until the other night there. I got into bed and left my bedroom door open. I was feeling slightly scared, and I'm a little old to climb in with my mom. I could see the hallway in my mirror, and I'm certain that things were moving. Everyone else in the house was sleeping. I shut my eyes tightly and opened them again, hoping it would go away. At first it did, but after a while it came back. It was a dark gray shadow thing moving about. I was really tired and wanted to sleep, so I slept with a torch. The next morning, everything was fine. I got on with my day pretending it never happened. That night I started to see the shadow about my house. I walked about, keeping lights on to try and keep it away. I slept with a torch and my door shut. I had a strange dream that I was kidnapped, raped, and stabbed to death. I woke up terrified and confused. I thought that people can't die in dreams. Last night I saw the shadow in the corner of my room, so I slept with my nightlight on and a torch shining in every direction, attempting to scare the thing away. It worked a little and allowed me to sleep a little better. I woke up during the night, but I was half asleep, so I can only remember it slightly. I remember seeing the black figure standing at the end of the hallway in my brother's room. My brother sleeps in my mom's bed when my dad isn't there. My hallway is an L shape. I'm at one end, my brother at the other, and the stairs and three bedrooms and the toilet is between. I got up this morning after having a dream where I was with an old friend of mine, and we were at her house. Then someone came in with a knife and murdered me as my friend watched. I don't know what this means at all. Today I've seen the black shadow about the house a few times, but it has not shown itself as much as it had the other day. I was wondering if it was my mind playing tricks, or if it could be reality. I don't know what to do. Back on October 15, 2004, my girlfriend thought it would be a good idea to take me to Bachelors Grove Cemetery, a week before my birthday, as one of my presents. I'm really into the supernatural, so I was really excited about it. I even went and bought a digital voice recorder and got out my digital camera. We left that Saturday at about 12 o'clock p.m. I live about an hour and a half away, so I wanted to get as much out of this as possible. When we arrived, we parked across the street in the Forest Preserve parking lot, then walked across the street. There was nowhere to park other than there, and if you try to park elsewhere, you will be towed and get a ticket. The walk from there is not very far, but as we got closer to the gate, it started to feel really odd. I turned on my recorder and it would skip from 17 seconds to 23. I kept it going and we took a whole bunch of pictures. It was about 42 degrees that day and it started raining, so we hurried up and took as many pictures as we could. While we were there, we noticed a really bizarre feeling of being watched, and I kept getting the feeling that something was breathing down my neck. We decided to leave after being there about 20 minutes. It was creeping us out and we were the only ones there. I left the recorder going till we got to the end of the trail leaving the grounds. Once we got to the car, I replayed all of our footage. I almost literally had a heart attack at what I heard. I heard a voice whisper to get out and other things, like at one point I said to my girlfriend, "Take a picture of me next to here." Then you hear almost in a taunting manner, "Yes, go ahead, take a picture." The really freaky stuff started happening after we got home. That night, now keep in mind I am extremely healthy and I never get sick. I felt perfect that day, and out of nowhere that night, I got a bad cough and a sore throat. There was no way possible I could get that sick for being in a cold dressed as warm as I was for 20 minutes. Anyway, the next morning when my girlfriend came over, I was worse. I had a fever about 101, and I had been having diarrhea. I was so sick I could barely move. She brought her laptop over and we reviewed the pictures together. We got a lot of things on camera. We got a picture of a man by a fallen tree, a full-bodied apparition of a woman floating, holding what looked to be flowers. Lots of other pictures were faces and white mist. After that ordeal, things got worse. About a month after that, we moved into an apartment together, and only after 2 months we were in a car accident. A month after that, she lost her job for no reason, followed by me losing mine. No matter how many interviews we went on, we could not find a job. That whole year was bad luck. We got sick all the time with flu bugs and had problems with our apartment. We lost our place after barely a year. We had to move in with my parents, and it was months before we found work again. I really believe the cemetery had something to do with it, because before that we were happy and healthy. I will never go back there. My friends want to, but I tell them that they are nuts. There is something more to that place than people think. I never believed in curses or anything like that until that happened. Things have gotten a little better for us, but not perfect. It's been 2 years. I still have my voice recordings and pictures, and I listen to the strange voices still. I show my pictures to people, and I've tried putting them on ghost sites, but they have never been displayed, like I hope they would be. To all you ghost hunters out there, I would highly recommend you never go there. That place is haunted and a good find, but it's better to just leave those spirits in peace. They obviously don't want people there. Thank you for reading this. I have always been interested in things paranormal, fiction, or true. Occasionally, I would have hoped I would encounter something paranormal myself, and now I believe I have. I live in a 113-year-old house. My room is a man cave that has nothing but merchandise and drawings. I spent about 15 hours a day in that room and won't come out unless I need to use the bathroom or get myself some dinner. I live in a 2-story house. My room is on the 2nd story and the kitchen is on the 1st. I usually would eat at around 8 o'clock at night. I almost never leave the house to go to a restaurant or go to the Dunkin' Donuts that's literally right across the street. Now here's the situation with the ghost. Considering that I watch and read so much paranormal movies and stories, I'm pretty disturbed going up to my extremely steep stairway up to my man cave. I rarely go up the stairs without imagining a figure staring at me in either the hall stairway or the very short hallway going to my room, and nothing has happened until now. One night when I was trying to sleep, there was a silent scratching against my window. I didn't make a sound to see if there was anyone anymore, and sure enough there was. There was scratching after almost every 10 seconds. I thought it might just be a squirrel considering that I live in a wooded area. But right then I heard heavy breathing just outside my bedroom. The breathing continued for a solid minute before it stopped, which left me laying there paralyzed in fear, staring a hole in the ceiling. Nothing like the breathing happened since then, but something else did happen. Weeks later, as I'm slowly forgetting about the breathing, I would be going upstairs after dinner. Just as I would be opening my door, I hear a long, Shh, coming from behind me. I turned to see nothing there but the dark hallway I'm standing in. I would then go into my room, shut the door tightly, and do what I was planning to do. About 2 days later I heard it again, and then again a few days after. The last time it happened I got rather annoyed, so I turned around and said rather sternly, "No, you shush." After that I never heard the shush, scratching, or breathing again.